Well, hey, you. Welcome back to the podcast. It's Jennifer Allwood. This is the Jennifer Allwood Show, and this is podcast number 210, where I'm about to give you a peek behind the curtain at how my business makes money. Dun, dun, dun. If I was a thinking girl, I would have had this piece of paper out before we even started because I actually have a graphic that Nell on my team has made for me that if you are watching this podcast on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. If not, just imagine, if you will. Maybe I can get the team to put it in the show notes, but essentially it's going to be a breakdown of all the different ways that my team and I make income. And I'm excited to kind of show you a peek behind the curtain and just because I think sometimes a visual is really helpful for people to understand like how other people make money and how they could potentially make money in business. Because if you are not making money in business, by the way, you just have a very expensive hobby. And I love you and I want to help you to go from hobby to actual business. So my whole goal is to help women work smarter and not harder, to help you figure out additional revenue streams that you can add into your business that are not going to take a ton of your time, but that will capture low-hanging fruit, that will bring in dollars easily. Some of those revenue streams are passive, et cetera. So we're going to talk about that in just one second. But first, I just want to read the quickest review from the Jennifer Allwood Show from Britt Seeger 91. And here's what she says. Jennifer's joy and enthusiasm rubs off on me. Hey, thanks, girl. I get inspired by every episode. She's like my business cheerleader, and her biblical application helps me feel like I'm pursuing God's work. Thank you. My absolute favorite business podcast. Britt, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I can remember, 4 years ago when I did this podcast and I started it, and I didn't really bring my faith into it a whole lot. And as you know, it's really evolved. And I just appreciate so much that it touches so many of you. I appreciate that you went to the effort of leaving a review. So thank you for that. And I just pray a blessing over you and your business and everything you touch in Jesus' name. So, okay, so let's talk about the revenue streams that are in my business right now. And here's what I want you to know. So 20 years ago, when I started my painting company, this is how I made money. Get a client, go paint in her house, come home, bill her, get the check, bada boom, bada bing. Get a client, go paint in her house, get a check, put it in the account, go get another, bada boom, bada bing. Okay. So then eventually I had, 8 women painting for me when I finally shut down the painting business in 2017. But it was still like get a client, do the work, get another client, do the work, get another client, do the work. Okay. This is what they call like selling like one-to-one. Getting money in the bank account was dependent upon me getting the next one and the next one and the next one. Now, a lot of you're doing the same thing. Let's say that you, maybe you don't sell a service like painting, but maybe you sell a product like a tie-dyed sweatshirt, like what I'm wearing right now on YouTube. Okay. So, you have to find a client, sell them a sweatshirt, find a client, sell them a sweatshirt, find a client, sell a sweatshirt. Great way to make money, right? Absolutely. This is how most businesses work. However, if you shift to adding some revenue streams that are in the online space, then you have so many more opportunities. So here's how I shifted first. Well, actually, I'm going to take these in no particular order, but right now there are literally 8 ways of making money in my business. I have 8 revenue streams. And just real quick, if you go to Google and type in how many revenue streams does the average millionaire have, it is 7 ways of making money. And then if you also, and by the way, Jason and I are getting ready to add our 9th revenue stream as we purchased our first condo in Florida that we will be using as a VRBO for all of you guys to go rent. You can kind of follow along with that process on my new Instagram account that I started last summer. It's called Jennifer Allwood Home. So literally going to Florida next week, we'll be hopefully putting a down payment on something then. So that'll be a 9th revenue stream. Okay. So Google says the average millionaire has 7. And then if you go to the Bible in the book of Ecclesiastes 11:2 talks about having 7 ways of bringing money into the storehouse. Yes, even 8 is what the Bible says. So that's really cool. Okay. So let me give these to you in no particular order. Okay. So here are the 8 different ways that I make money. And then I will show you my little graphic for those of you that are on YouTube at the end of this here. So, okay. Number 1, I make money by affiliate marketing. So what is that? Okay. Every time you're on my Instagram and you see me do a swipe up, it is either to sign up for something, or if it's for a product, I'm getting paid a commission. So if you have been watching like my hair loss, saga over the last year, and my hair is coming back, baby, but you'll know that you've seen me like post some links to some products. If you see me doing a post to the new bathtub we have in our new bathroom, master bath remodel. That is an affiliate link. If you hear me talking about somebody else's course, a lot of times that's an affiliate link. So affiliate links don't have to be just for products. They can also be for services like course. So I used to have, my painting company. And so I was an affiliate for a paint brand. I would get affiliate links off of Amazon for paint supplies. Those would be both on my blog posts. They would be in my list of supplies that people needed in my membership group. Affiliate marketing is a fabulous way to make money. All of the influencers that you see all over Instagram, they're doing a ton in affiliate marketing. Okay. So this is a great supplement to my income, but it's not one of the main ways that I make money. In fact, let me show you right here. Here is my handy dandy little graphic. The affiliate marketing is just a little piece of that. Okay. So that's one. Number two, sponsored content. So back when I owned my painting company, you guys would watch me go into like Hobby Lobby stores and you'd watch me, pick out 10 of my favorite items. That was sponsored video. What does that mean, Jen? That means Hobby Lobby and I had conversations beforehand where they would, they pay influencers sometimes to just go in and pick out products or go in and do a video like that. So they pay you up front or, after you're done with the video, whatever. I've done that for Nebraska Furniture Mart. I have done sponsored content for Pier 1, sponsored content for TJ Maxx, sponsored content for the At Home store. There are times, and you can tell it's sponsored content when somebody will put on their Instagram story or their post, hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad. That means that they're getting paid for that. And if it's not like a swipe up where you go buy the thing, that's usually an affiliate link. You can tell if it's sponsored where they're just like positioning it well for you. Does that make sense? Sponsored content, if you're somebody that does like blogs and things, it's fabulous for you. Okay. So sponsored content can look a little bit different now. So now, because I don't, do the home decor stuff like I used to, I still get paid from like, people who want to sponsor my podcast, for people that wanted to sponsor my Equipped Women's Conference. And so there's some people in my coaching groups that like to do sponsored things. So they're like partnerships, if that makes sense. And they really need to be really in alignment with kind of what you already do. You really need to, like for me, it was a no-brainer to do those partnerships with people like Hobby Lobby and Nebraska Furniture Mart because I already shop there all the time. So it was a really, really great collaboration. Okay, third way that we make money is ad revenue. So, ad revenue looks like a lot of different things right now. So if you go to Jennifer Allwood Home, you will see ads pop up, jenniferallwoodhome.com. And we're being paid for those. Okay. We also get paid for people who want to take out an ad on my podcast. We get paid, if you're watching this on YouTube and you see an ad, we're getting paid for that. They're putting ads in different places. The majority of the time, if you're wanting to get paid for ads on your blog, you're going to have a minimum of 10,000 page views to your blog. If you have not installed Google Analytics onto your blog so that you understand how many page views you're getting, I want you to stop everything at the end of this podcast and go do that right away. You've got to have Google Analytics so you understand traffic. And once you've hit, I think it's 25,000 then, I'm going to have to go back and re-look at my notes, but there's companies that'll start you out at $10,000 or 10,000 page views a month. There's other companies that it's 25,000 page views you need a month. And there's others that are 100,000 page views a month. So, but that is how people make a really good money at ad revenue. So we are always like hoping to be in the $1,000 to $2,000 a month for ad revenue. It's not something that we put a focus on at all, which means it's just money that comes in that we don't do anything for. This is what I consider like a passive revenue stream. Now, if you're somebody who is very active on Pinterest, if you're somebody who has a blog that people are frequenting all the time because you cook, you clean, you do painting, you do decorating, those sorts of things, you could be making so much money off of ad revenue. I literally have a girl that I've coached who I know makes like $10,000 a month in ad revenue on her blog. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. There's a lot of people who make, a full-time living with just ad revenue. Here's the caveat though. And this is what I'm teaching in my boot camp this week. If you're not there, why not? It's at betterwaybootcamp.com. But one of the things that I've mentioned in there is that if you don't already have an audience and you don't already have a blog, like trying to go all in on blogging and making ad revenue from the very beginning is harder now than what it was 10 years ago. That's the bottom line. It can be done, but it's a lot harder. Okay. Fourth way we make money is digital products like ebooks, like e-video. So what I used to sell was painting videos. You could go to my website, you could buy a video on how to go home and paint your garage doors to look like wood. You would hit the buy button. We would have it set up so it would automatically send you a link to where you watch the video. And then also a supply list with all the supplies that I used in there, which were affiliate links. So essentially I was getting paid twice, once when you bought the video and once when you ordered the supplies. Okay. So that was an e-video. Those aren't quite as popular anymore, but ebooks still are. So Jen, what's an ebook? Well, if you go to Amazon right now and you look for Jennifer Allwood devotional or Jennifer Allwood book of prayers, it's a devotional for business owners. It's just a book of prayers, and it's $9 or $10 on Amazon. So we get a check for that. Well, not a check, but a deposit every month also. And that's a digital product. I'm not physically sending out a book of any kind. It's just an online ebook. And there's tons of people that make a really good income off of that, especially you creatives, Okay. So physical products. Right now, our physical products are my book, Fear is Not the Boss of You. That's a physical product. I'm never touching it though. People ordering it off of Amazon. They're ordering it off of Barnes and Noble. They order it off of Target.com. And it's automatically shipped, but I'm not the one that is actually doing the shipping. We also have some merchandise. If you go to jenniferallwood.com/merch, we've got keychains, we've got journals, we've got coffee mugs that all say Fear is Not the Boss of You. This is a very minuscule piece of our pie in terms of how we generate revenue. However, it is bigger than affiliate income. Let me see, if you're looking on YouTube right now, physical products is just right up there at the top. It's a little sliver of the pie, but not nearly as much as the rest of the revenue streams. Hang on here. Did I actually have like a percentage I could give you? I did. I'm so sorry. Okay. So it is less than 10% of our income is based on physical products. Okay. So let's talk about the next thing then, one-on-one coaching and consulting. So this is such a great way for so many of you guys to be making money. The only types of one-on-one consultations I ever used to do was color consultations for my painting company. I charged $100 to do a 30-minute paint consultation over Zoom or FaceTime. What? Yeah. Okay. So here's what we would do. Ladies would contact me all the time and say, can you help me pick out a paint color for my living room? And I said, sure. Here's where you can go and we'll set up a time to do a Zoom call. And here's where you go to pay. Now, before you're like, who on earth would pay for that? Let me just tell you, lots and lots of people. So I would literally just do, it's a consultation, a 30-minute consultation. It cost $100. And I would have my paint deck and they would be, on FaceTime, they'd be walking around, showing me different things in their house. I'd help them pick out a couple of paint colors that I thought would work. Bada boom, bada bing. Now I do some one-on-one coaching calls, very few. I did a couple right before Christmas. And I charge a very healthy price for those. Right now, my fee is $1,000 for an hour of consultation. And so I'm very, particular about what we're going to get accomplished during that hour's worth of time. And I don't do a lot of them because it's harder to scale than a lot of the other things. It's also why I try to push a lot of people into one of my coaching groups or to buy one of my programs, because the 1 hour cost is just really high. And, when you don't have a ton of time, you price things higher so that it's really worth the time that you do take to do those. So one-on-one coaching is something I do just a tiny bit of. Membership groups. Okay. So I used to have my paint finish of the month group. A lot of you will remember that when I was still painting, and it would be $27 or $47, depending on when you got in, and you had access to all these different painting videos. And we had hundreds of people every month paying for that. And it was fabulous. And then now I have my inner circle, which I've had for 4.5 years. We have well over 2,000 members paying $47 a month. You can do the math on that. Forbes just did an article on my paid group because it obviously generates well over $1 million a year in revenue for Team Allwood. And so it's fabulous. I love my membership group. And this is fabulous for me because I like knowing the consistent revenue that's coming in. I also like showing up every month for the people who are on, who are in my groups and doing not consultation, but coaching for them in a group setting. I love the group setting. I love having people in there who have, great community and who are, bantering and helping and collaborating. I love the monthly coaching group. For me, that is a really good fit for me and my personality. I'm a high S personality on the DISC profile, which means I like stability. I like kind of knowing what's expected of me. I like kind of a schedule. So I know, when I have to show up at the membership group. And so I personally love membership groups. And I always try to get people to either do that or a course. So the last one is courses. And we have 2 courses that we launched throughout the year. This is a large chunk of income for those of us at Team Allwood. We launched the Next Level program back in December and had well over 220 people join that. It was the highest priced program that we have done so far for a course. And of course, we're getting ready to launch my Better Way program, which used to be Creators Roadmap. It's had a facelift. It's completely refilmed. It's 100% different. The same angle, which is the 8 different revenue streams in the online space, but we've completely redone that to try to just get people through a win when it comes to adding a revenue stream to their business, because you can see that I'm super passionate about this. And then finally we have, the last, we're going to be having property and renting that out in a VRBO. So that's another revenue stream that we're going to be adding. But the reason that this is so important, you guys, is because you never know when the world's going to shift. You never know when a platform is going to shift. You never know when Amazon's going to decide, you know what, we just don't want any more affiliates. And then that one's closed off. Or you never know when Facebook's going to shut you down. And then you have, one less way of marketing your course to people. You never know when, your blog is going to go sideways. Like, you just never know. And so wisdom is picking the revenue streams that fit you the best, that have the lowest hanging fruit that you can implement immediately to start getting some money in your bank account and quit feeling like a hamster on a wheel when it comes to work. That is wisdom. And so I hope, if you are not already in my bootcamp, that you'll go to betterwaybootcamp.com and get in there with us for the rest of the week, where we are helping people figure out which revenue stream is best for them, which one they should be doing first, why it's a good fit for them, the types of things they're going to need to know going into it. It's at betterwaybootcamp.com. I hope this was super eye-opening for you. I hope that it triggered you to think of some things about your business that maybe you haven't before. Maybe you have just been decorating in people's houses for a decade, and now you're like, I could actually start a blog. And as I'm decorating Susie's house, I could put Susie's pictures on the blog. And here's an affiliate link for where I got the sofa, where I got the lamps, where I got the rug, etc. Now you'd be getting a check every month for those recommendations. Maybe you're thinking, gosh, I could start a decorating group online, or I could maybe do a quick 4-week course on how to do, how to decorate your home for summer. I don't know. Maybe you're in the health and wellness industry, and up until now you've sold, essential oils, but you've heard what I've said about network marketers and how you've got to have other options. Right now you have one revenue stream coming in. I know you think that company will never change the rules. I know you think nothing will ever change, but what if it does? So in addition to having the oils, could you also maybe have a blog where you're talking about the oils, but you're also talking about some other health and wellness types of things. And you're talking about, switching out laundry pods, and you're talking about having more organic things in your house. And here's where you can go to order this. And here's where you can go to order that. And here's where you can get this box of food online delivered to your house every month. And you're getting a commission off that. Maybe you could be sponsored by one of those companies that sends out, healthy food in a box, and they would just pay you a flat fee instead of give you an affiliate link. And you just get paid to talk about their products. That would be totally in alignment with that healthy lifestyle of people who are in oils. Maybe you have an oils course that goes with it. Maybe you have a monthly group where you're giving people tips on how to stay healthy in a way that, is not traditional medicine. There's so many options out there, friends. I'm telling you, having one way of making money is so 2019. There's lots of ways to make money on the internet right now. Get into betterwaybootcamp.com. We're going to be talking about all of them the rest of the week, and I will see you there. Okay, bye-bye.